Hey everybody, got another one here to share. This is the second one that I finished this week. This one is a sewing theme. And I had fun with this one because I have a little thrift shop fairly close to my house. And they always have great stuff. This cover, I'm not a seamstress, so I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like a sateen. This was a wine bottle holder, and I cut it apart, and this was on it as well. I'm saving that for something else. I don't know what yet. So I cut it apart, ironed it, and made it into a cover. There's can't hardly see it now, thank goodness, but there was a slit here. Because of the way that they sewed it, and so I just covered it up with this lace here. A lot of this stuff came from the thrift store. This did. This closure, I'm not super thrilled with it, but I might change it. We'll see. This is one of those button extender thingies that I also got at the thrift store for like $1. Not quite the way I wanted to do the closure, but hey, it works for right now. We'll see what happens. So anyway, this is my sewing journal. This was also on that wine bag. Again, took it all apart, used it all. And this paper is Theodosia Square, I believe it's called. And I just had a lot of fun doing this. This is pieces of the paper. Did some layering. I got an old pattern also from the thrift store for like 50 cents. I don't even know what it's a pattern for, but I just used it up. And things were coffee dyed, lace. This is some scrap paper that I put pieces of the pattern on. Just made little tags. These little tags here were in the paper pack, and I backed them because they were just paper. And that's really about it. I thought this was kind of cute. Got these safety pins also at the thrift store. And I just safety pinned scraps here and there. Here's a big tag. I got the tag from Crafty Irene, and I just put some extra paper on it. This is an actual old bias tape tag. And I'm sure I got that at the thrift store as well. I probably used that bias tape somewhere, who knows. And I do believe this is from Tsunami Rose. It's measuring for patterns. And here's a little fold out here. I got some glimmer spray, and that's what that is. And here's a big spool, and I put some seam binding on it. The cover is a taco shell box. And I covered it in craft paper before I put the material on it, just to give it a little bit of stability. Found these free printables on Pinterest. And it actually opens up. I guess I can do that. Found a few of them like that. They were really cute. A lot of the paper is coffee dyed. And this came out, I also used this pack that I got it Tuesday morning. Let me find it. I used this pack. They were super cheap, so I bought 2 of them. So I used a bunch of that. And I found some other printables on Pinterest. I was able to use a lot of my ribbons. A glassine bag that I cut in half, actually. This is from a pack that I got from Crafty Irene. I've been using a lot of that cool stuff that she got me. I just love it. This is the back of the package for those funky safety pins. They're probably called something else. I don't know. Made some more tags. There's the rest of that glassine bag, and here's another one of those cool little envelopes that I found on Pinterest. This is a tag from something that I bought, back of a package. Didn't buy anything. I had everything already here. And this is just a little stationery card. It was originally a thank you card, but I covered up where it says thank you with some more of that paper. Left a lot of room for notes and journals and things like that. This is another packaging back that I just backed and threw in. Here's some more packaging. This was in that kit. Pinterest, and there's some old ads and things like that in this pocket. Oops, I forgot to put one there. I'm going to have to do that. And this is some antique hem facing. I got that for like $1 at the thrift store. It's really old. And just some more pieces and parts. This was in some packaging as well. I just gussied it up a little bit with some lace. Same thing here. Or excuse me, ribbon. This is a paper envelope. And here's a couple more of those safety pins. Here's some more seam binding. Some more of the paper that I used. A big thread spool with some embroidery thread on there. A card. This is an old CD holder, and put some ribbon on one of those big threads, or excuse me, spools. Put that in there. You'll notice a lot of these, it was a huge applique that I've been cutting up to use pieces and parts of. There's some more little cards and tags. This little create, that was in that kit. There's a big piece of that applique. And this was just a piece of vellum paper that I fashioned into an envelope, and there's just little pieces and parts in here. There's some more of the applique, there's a doily, and a little note card. You can use that for whatever. Here's another pattern paper that I found on Pinterest, excuse me. And I left the flap. I don't know if you can see. There we go. There's a flap on it. It goes to this side. There's some more of that cool hem facing, and there's some little cards and such in here too. And then there is another old ad that I found off of nickoftime.net is where I got that one. So, there we go. There's my little sewing journal. I hope you liked watching. I sure liked making it. And you guys have a great night. Thanks.